In today's warm-up, we're going to be practicing subtracting those integers using the chip model, the number line, and of course our integer subtraction rule. So the first thing we need to do is to solve this, simplify this expression. The first thing that we're going to use is our chip model. So I'm starting out with 3 negatives, -3. So that means I'm going to draw 3 negative chips. So that's that. And now I'm taking away 8 negatives. So if you look at this, I only have 3 negatives to take away. And I need to have 8. I need 8. So in order to get 8, I need to get some more negatives in there. Now the only way I can do this without changing my -3 is to add 0 pairs. So if I add 1 0 pair, I've got more than 3 negatives, but I still only have 4. So I need to keep adding those 0 pairs until I get to 8 negative chips. So here's another one. That's still only 5 negatives. Whoops, I don't want that one to be the wrong color. Of course, when you're doing this in your notebook, you're probably not color coding them, and that's all right. I just want to make sure that this is as clear as possible as we do it here. So I've got another 0 pair. That gets me up to 7 negatives, which means one more gets me to 8 negatives, just like I need to take away. So these are the ones I'm going to take away. I'm going to box these in and put an X through them because they are gone. And then count up what I have left. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positives, or +5 as my answer. Okay, moving right along. We're going to next do this very same problem by walking the number line. So I'm going to first draw my number line, but you don't have to draw the whole thing out, so don't forget that. And I know that I need to put on my number line start, face, move, and end. I need all 4 of those parts. So the first thing I'm going to look at, of course, is where I start. Don't forget this is start, face, and move. And of course, once I get my answer, that's my end. So each part goes right in order. So I'm going to start at -3. So I'm going to put that right in the middle of my number line because that's where I'm starting and I still don't know which direction I'm walking in. So now I need to decide which way I'm facing. Since I'm subtracting, I know that I face to the left. So I'm going to make sure that on this -3, I'm going to put an arrow facing to the left because that's where I'm facing. And then next I need to decide which way I'm going to move. Well, my number that is telling me where to move is negative. That of course means I move back. I'm going to move back 8 spaces. The reason I know that is because it's a negative number. So that means I'm going to be going in this direction, and I need to go 8 spaces. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to know that this is where I'm going to end, right here. I need to know what this number is, so I've got -3, -2, -1. This is 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to end at +5. So the answer is +5. And I do want to make sure that I think about what did I get as my answer when I did the chips. I got +5 as well, because if those two answers don't match, I know that I made a mistake. The next thing that we're going to use is our subtraction rule. So don't forget, when we subtract, we always do the cha-cha-cha. So we're going to stay, change, change, cha-cha-cha. Stay, change, change, cha-cha-cha. It's so fun to do that. So I stay, this stays exactly the same. I change, this becomes addition. I change again, this number becomes negative. Stay, change, change, cha-cha-cha. Don't forget to cha-cha-cha so that you can get it right. Now I'm going to use my addition rules because this is now addition. So I need to think about my song. If the signs are the same, find the sum. And of course these are the same, so that means I'm going to be finding the sum. The sum means I add my absolute values. Absolute value of negative 46 is 46. Absolute value of negative 41 is 41. And I'm adding them together. 46 plus 41. 40 plus 40 is 80. 6 plus 1 is 7. I take the sign of my larger absolute value, which is this one right here. So my answer is negative 87.